Well, I respect your ambition. You got to have vision.
YouTube is a place where content creators tend to think we have freedom of speech. However, we don't. There's a set of rules and regulations we must abide by to keep these channels intact. If breaking these rules happen, you earn strikes and eventually a permanent ban on your channel. Most content creators have mutual video ideas and topics and agendas, which most of the time leads to the four devils: lust, envy, hate, jealousy, with a lack of morality, respect, and responsibility. YouTubers tend to grow an audience. The problem with this is not all audiences are the same. Case in point, K420 is a YouTube member who does great work, but between her great work, she has sparked dangerous controversy. That controversy comes from her Kanika Jenkins case research, where she includes many members who are clearly not involved with the case. She mentions a founder of one of the biggest gangs in the world, the Gangster Disciples. She went to take a suspect on a journey of false information, which leads to the research of his dad. In those findings were also information of the former President Obama and his business partner, Marty. She connected Marty and Obama to Charles' dad and the rest of the many business ventures, as well as his friends. Later, a phone interview, which turned out to not be the real Charles, sparked even more controversy. Prior to this promotion of the interview, I received word that I would be involved with the interview as the troll wants to speak to me. I informed her via comment section on that promotional video to leave me out of it, and I will not be on her channel to discuss anything with anyone. I have never mentioned Charles in my video. I don't know Charles, and I don't know his intentions, but he doesn't know me. So the real Charles would not have any dealings with me at all. I was trolled by the same individual's email address that she exposed once her return to YouTube was seen. I was aware of the person, but I ignored them. I blocked them. I didn't have to tell my audience, but I did inform them about a photo that the individual of that email address used the intent to scare me off YouTube. He titled the video, "Huggie Pacino's son raped a 7-year-old girl." Kate, however, took the bait, fake Charles, which could still lead to charges of cyberbullying, slander, cyber harassment, and possible other charges because that video is still out there in the, quote, metadata world. Isn't that right, Kate? The next possible thing could be a lawsuit for such reasons, or they may want to have street justice. And that's where I want you yourself, the viewer, to place yourself in my shoes. How would you feel? Would it bother you? Would you be afraid? Could you possibly be involved in the lawsuits if they occurred? Instead of an apology, I got accused later of making numerous videos. I only went live to show everything toward the end of her live stream where she was being trolled. She later also accused me of setting her up as if I was Charles on the phone with her. In my live feed, it shows that that's far from the truth. Later, after briefly leaving YouTube for hours, the real Charles' Facebook page was harassed by many of her followers for no reason at all. This was only by affiliating his name on her channel. I've been harassed myself by Kate's followers, but I just tend to block them and delete the comments. But if you notice, many people online are not concerned with the truth. This is much more of a drama show that people tend to gravitate to. Most of us aren't drama-oriented YouTubers, which leads to my point. I posted a video of a good friend of mine by the name of Miss Crenshaw, who worked very hard in researching this information of the case. We talked for hours about this information on the case. Once done, we both decided to upload one video and do a public Google Hangout to discuss the case and many other issues going on in the world. In between our hangout, Kate on her end went live to talk about that video. She did shout out Miss Crenshaw and she shouted me out as well. Now this is what happens. The audience of Kate becomes your audience. Now Miss Crenshaw is very new to this YouTube system, so I have a problem if anybody bothers her because I didn't want to bring her into any drama. She just had an opinion and wanted the opinion to be stated as valid. The intentions of your audience doesn't always reflect the content creator, but with great power comes great responsibility. Kate herself also broke the YouTube rule. Didn't even ask to use the video. So now the problem comes. You could possibly open the door for harassment to people you share with your audience. Most of the followers that Kate have no idea that you've done any of this in this PSA. You tend to hide the reality from those who don't know you caused much controversy in the last 4 weeks. In place of these rules and regulations, you have broke them as well. However, I will not flag you because it may lead to you returning a favor by false flagging me. I have figured this out about you. Shout out to Planet of the Fakes. But if you would, those of good intentions should not be broadcasted on any of you people's YouTube channels. If you have the intentions of just trying to use things, that's one thing. But you should also ask approval because everyone does not want to align themselves with you. I hope this serves as a notice to everyone that makes content. This is not about picking sides. This is about what's right and what's wrong. This has been a Huggie Pacino public service announcement. Thank you for watching.